Hey, what's going on YouTube? Start off with the dollar. Looks like we came down today, but what we really have here is a breakout from our flat top break and then a bullish retracement back into support. So I suspect that we will see a bounce on this tomorrow, so be careful on the precious metals, as this either will bounce hard or soft or not at all. Maybe it'll come all the way back down, making another opposing point, something similar, but I suspect a bounce, as we got a lot of support right here, that 4 weeks before it popped over the 34, and then as you can tell on the weekly, you can see the bullish retracement back into the 34 very easily. Now, just because we have a bullish retracement doesn't mean it can't fall apart. That happens a lot, not as often as I think more often. If it crosses the 34 and bullish retraces, that's a bullish consolidation. But patterns fail, systems fail. If this fails, it's likely to come all the way back down, either making another opposing point or coming back to meet previous lows, which would be pretty bad for the dollar. But right now I'm calling bullish, and so be careful in precious metals, as we can get some really good volatility after today's run. We'll see. A few more days. Today is Wednesday. We got until Friday and the monthly close. I believe the monthly close. When's our month end? Yep. Next Monday is the new month. So Friday's our monthly close. Sunday on precious metals will be our first day of the month. See what happens here. Pretty excited. S&P looks like a rollover on its highs, but it keeps bouncing. So now we got 3 wicks on the downside, tri-tips. So I don't know what's going to happen, because it hasn't confirmed anything, as in it hasn't broken above or below previous candles. So if it breaks up to the upside, it's going to be a pretty nice bullish move. But right now we got some rolling over kind of style. Got a rounded top, but like I said, we got 3 wicks pointing down, which means prices tend to go opposite. If it does break down, it's likely to come all the way back down to 21.21. So look for previous low breaks. It's only $10 off on a down break. But use the confirmation of the candles, previous candles, to take that ride. Could go either way. The range is not that much. What do we got? 53 to 63, 69. So, you know, not that big of a range, but easy to spot. That's only a daily. If we go to a weekly, you can see easily the previous high breaks. Probably this week's candle was the high, 21.71. And then this week, last week was the low, 21.50. So there you go. Looks like a little dip this week so far. 10-year yield. Looks like it whipped right past the 34. We do have a reverse head and shoulders, that AB bottom. We got a bullish over the 34, and then closing today below the 34. This might be an instance where we see a reverse head and shoulders pattern fail, but nothing yet. You can see the support line here. So we still got support. I don't think the neckline, let's just draw it out. not the neckline, but the shoulder line, I guess you would call it. The right shoulder. Let's take a line. Yeah, that broke. Look for tomorrow, as the price has been pulled down. So this might be just a bullish pullback, and then, you know, like a slingshot, unless it keeps going. Tomorrow is a do or die for this thing, as if it doesn't come across the 34 in a timely manner, we could witness our first, at least as far as I know, a failure on a reverse and head and shoulders pattern. And when they fail pretty drastically, so let's not wish for that, but it doesn't look good for treasuries. I mean, these things are, I mean, who would want to get 1.5% for a 10-year yield? I don't know anybody. I mean, you can work, yeah, I don't know anybody that would want to do that. It looks like it just dipped down one more point. So keep an eye on this. We could see a nice drastic move on the downside if this reverse head and shoulders on a daily fails. Let's see what happens. Weekly, again, that pushback from previous lows. The resistance of the EMA 8 and the 13 just stopped it. May negate this whole bullish pattern too. It doesn't look good, and it's moving down from since we started talking about it. So I don't know. It doesn't look good. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is be prepared to pull everything out if you needed to. Deutsche Bank, same thing, just falling apart. Fell below 14, just horrible. 4% down today. Another reverse head and shoulders could just fall apart. A failed pattern. But instead of the daily, let's look at a weekly on Deutsche Bank, because it's nasty. So you see the down, the low, you see the pop into resistance, which are previous lows, and the pushback. This really doesn't look good. This looks a lot worse than the 10-year. And like we spoke before, all these are doing the same thing. So even the German 10-year, they all look the same. And on this one, reverse head and shoulders, consolidated. This now has become, well, anything could happen, but we filled the gap. I thought it was going to fill the gap and then move forward, and that's not the case. It didn't like any of the support, and it just fell apart, and it closed on its lows. That is not a good sign. It is negative 8.5 cents. Ooh. Breaking negative 20. I'm thinking that's the end. How low can you go? I mean, it's below zero already. It's nasty. So be careful out there, guys. If all the equity markets and credit markets fail, all the brokers that we trade with are going to fail too. So just keep that in mind. Who knows what's going to happen? I guess the bankers plan on going negative interest rates forever. Japan's buying gold now, so they've kind of made a switch. I don't think the bankers are happy about that. And then there's news about Germany. just turning their backs on Western banks and joining the BRICS. So I knew that was going to happen eventually. It doesn't look good for any one of us with the dollar. Anyone holding dollars is going to lose, I think. It doesn't look good. Buy some physical gold and silver. Crude doing what it's supposed to do after its breakdown, and let's see, the bullish retracement still in effect as it reaches previous highs and goes into support all the way down to 40. So let's see if this thing holds up at 40. Let's see a bounce at 40. But you never know, maybe it could fail as well. Gold. Nice day in gold. You can see now on this is the weekly chart. You can see the bounce right off the EMA 8. You can see the bounce last week, and then now the continuation. We need to close the week out above previous highs. So another $10 tomorrow, and for the rest of the week, sounds like a plan. Easily done. Easily done. And just for kicks and giggles, it doesn't look like a falling star on a monthly anymore, but we'll revisit this as the Friday is the weekly close and the monthly close. So we'll recap that, but it looks a lot healthier, and you can see why I want to close above previous high. Continue this bullish run above previous highs, making this candle in a continuation candle instead of let's see what happens next week candle. So yeah, we need $10 on this thing, more legs, get it pushed up above previous highs. That's our goal. That's what we need to do every week. Silver, again, a nice move today. Boom, boom. No more falling star on a monthly. It's nice. Let's look at the 5 hour and watch this breakout. I left it yesterday thinking, oh, I almost did it. All day yesterday. Almost all day yesterday. Almost. And then, bam. Didn't even ask any questions. Now what I'm looking at here is a 5 hour falling star. And it's not above the 8. So this is a top. I mean, what I mean is it's not close to the 8. Above close to the 8. This is far and wide past the 8. So I'm thinking tomorrow we'll let the dollar run and we'll let the precious metals come back into support and make a nice bounce. Now it doesn't have to come all the way back into the 8. The faster the consolidation, look for a fast U cup, or don't look for anything at all. I mean, it looks like it wants to go from here, but the faster the consolidation, the bullish retracement, the bigger the move. So just be careful on a previous low break of this falling star. If it breaks the top of this candle, then it negates everything and we're going off to the races. And looks like it's trading pretty good after hours. Pretty nice. Nice pop. All my alerts went off today. I love it when you see that, but when you only have to pick one stock out of the dozen of alerts that went off, it kind of makes it kind of complicated. But anyways, it was a good day. Love it. Copper, let's see if copper even had a chance and ran with silver. Waiting for copper to run with silver, and it's a not yet. It's a no-go for copper. So copper's still working it. We need copper to run. So we need to get above that line. Looking at a bullish pattern above the 34, consolidation above the 34. I got the EMA 8. I got the EMA 13 above the 34. Let's get above those previous highs and get copper and silver running together. I think all we're doing is waiting for copper. Every time we have a bull run, Copper's not with us. So eventually, I guess it has to happen that way. Copper's going to have to turn around sooner or later. But you know, price is in a pinch, so you got a big resistance for weeks, of weeks and weeks, and we got support EMA 813 pushing price between the two. Corkscrew, 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 pop. It's bound to happen. Let's look at one. I want to look at FSM. Beautiful chart. That's a daily. There's a weekly. You can see the pullback and then just the bounce, the 1-2 punch. The punch isn't in yet, but if you look on a monthly, I hate these charts on a monthly. My charts look so much nicer on my quote tracker. God, I hate this. Hang on a second. Alright, so here's FSM on my quote tracker. You can see the previous high break at 750. It took a ride today, or a couple weeks ago, came back into support. Our best buy was a few days ago. And you can see on a monthly why this is so beautiful is that it broke previous highs, all-time highs. So this is in a blue skies, take a measured move kind of situation. Let's see here. Let's take that low. Let's bring it. I don't even, it doesn't want to. Anywho's, take your low, take the break. Let's call it 750 to, let's call it 2. So $5.50 from 8. That's 1350, and that's our measured move on a monthly chart. But you can see that nice clean break right across previous high, which was done in the last bull run in precious metals in 2011. Very nice. It doesn't get any better than that. Once it breaks, watch for some kind of a bullish retracement back into support, and that's your best buy. So you're not late. Don't chase it. But you can see the weekly, how it already broke into 9, right? Already broke into 9. So when you get another, you get another chance, if you didn't catch this break at 750 or so, watch this break at 9, and then you're in. But what a nice chart. Very nice. The OBV is bullish. Volume's high for the past few. Let's call it 3 or 4 months in here. And it broke previous highs. Very nice. Also, you can see my FFMGF where it broke previous highs, and now it's bullish retracing. Once it gets past my previous high, I'm going to jump back in. Easy peasy. Yeah, I'm looking at this on a 60-minute chart, FSM. I'm looking at this falling star, so I'm thinking maybe it's going to consolidate on a bullish retracement back into support, which is on a 60-minute chart, it's 840, this previous break. But I'd like to see it come back all the way into previous breaks. But if the bullish break is strong enough, there's no chance you're going to get a bullish retracement. So Then you want to pay attention to buying on the dips. Buy the dips. It comes down, buy the dip. And then right now for the week we're working on a double top, but that's likely to break out. Looking for a close over 9 this week. So there you go. That's my stock pick to watch. Not necessarily everyone needs to buy it, but I'm not in it. I have a friend that's in it, and it's a beautiful chart. Let's take a look at it. Something else. Here's another silver chart. EXK. I think we're going to get into 6. But 4 was the break, so you might have missed that. But you can see how smooth these things are going. I mean, it broke out, head faked you on a weekly chart, and then boom, this week, all the way back up, breaking previous highs. So there's your buy-in. Flat top break on a weekly chart. Let's see if there's anything else. AUI. AUI, I was suspecting that was going to break above 6 on the last run, but no, it came all the way back into support. Even went down further. Thought it was going to break down for a second, but no. On a dime, it switched all the way back. Look for a 6 o'clock high, break, and you can see on the monthly just over the 34. So it broke into 6, came back into the 34, and now it's going higher. That's the 1-2 punch. That was a quick consolidation move. There's going to be a nice run in AUI. Take a 6 o'clock high, and well, it's this previous high, so whatever that is, it's 599, 6. Ooh, I would go above 6, since 6 is an emotional spot on the chart. Let's try another one. I think that's all I got. Let's go back to AG. Because yesterday I got confused with what chart I was looking at. Because it did not look the same. AG. AG has got resistance coming in at 17. What I'm thinking is this is going to be an FSM all-time high breaker here soon. Watch out as see, I'm just confused. I'm really skeptical about AG just going to 30 or 25, breaking previous highs and going to 50, all the way from wherever it started. It's like 2.5 or something. Where was it? It's like 2.5. 2.5 was the bottom. It's already doubled like 4 times. I'm gonna get a break, or are we gonna get a stop out here? This thing has not consolidated for 6 months straight. We had a little stop and go here, but that's not a real consolidation there. I'd hate to think that we're going to buy this thing, it's going to hit 17 and just flop over. There's no indication of that. I'm thinking it's going to pop 17, run into 22, which is previous highs, or even higher. I'm thinking it'll hit 22, come back into 17, and then make a run for the previous high break. That's what I'm thinking, but I just can't recommend anything because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months in a row. And a little stop and go here, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a real consolidation where this turns around on a dime next month and flops back to, back into support. So be prepared. It's coming into resistance at 17, so be prepared for that. If it breaks 17, watch for a whipsaw. Make sure you got some considerable time over resistance, this long trend line made back in 2011. I don't know, it's going to be interesting, but whew, it's been oversold for 6 months. That's crazy. It's insane. Anyways, let's see if we can find another one. Those are all my famous ones, but GDXJ, I don't think we did that one today. Same thing, GDXJ bounced right off the 8, look for a 50 top high, breakout. As that consolidation was quick and easy. Make sure we close a little bit higher though, as we do have lower highs so far this week. Let's see here. GDX is the same thing. ASM, I'm going for the silvers. Let's see if we can get some silver. Now ASM did what I think the AG is going to do. It's going to hit that long trend line and back off major, where it has to consolidate in a timely fashion. Now ASM is still bullish, but it needs to close above previous highs to stay in a bullish stance. And if it does that, then it's caught between 3 and the resistance of the long-term breakout. So pay attention to the long-term breakout on this thing. It's not ready yet. It's still consolidating. We don't know where this consolidation is going to go. If it's going to break new highs or just go sideways for 3 months. Who knows? So just pay attention. NAK. Yeah. Look at the weekly chart. Look at the breakout. Look at the breakout on the long-term trend line. And then the bullish retracement back into support, and now it's going to go higher. Look for previous high breaks. Take a ride. It's primed. It's ready. I'm not in it. I wish that I had... yeah, it's going to break over that 34 SMA on a monthly. Looks nice. Looks good. Wish I was in it. Get my money back from these people. Not a lot, but hate when they take my money. Let's see. Lots of good moves today. Let's see. Had an alert go off on Tahoe. Tahoe went into support. Tahoe's breaking that monthly 34 like AUI. I would pay attention to Tahoe. It's got quite a bit of work to do. If you can have Tahoe on this weekly candle, see how it opened down and then now it's going up. That's a bullish piercing pattern if we can get above 50% of the previous candle. So any close on Friday above 1550, that is a bullish pattern starting to form. A couple days for it to get up there. It looks good. I like that chart. Tahoe's been it's too rich for me. I guess I can buy some options, but I think it'll get up to all-time highs. No problem. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can find anything. Whole bunch of stuff. I want to keep them. Oh, a whole bunch of penny stocks in here. I don't want to promote those at all. It's too risky. CLF. What a runner. I wish I would have held on to this thing at 3. Got shook out at like 275 or something. Stupid. Yeah, I was in it over here and I got shook out somewhere in here. I really love this chart. Long term, you can see that like J curve, that J. These are bullish patterns. It's going to whip right across that 10. 10 is my target, but you can see previous lows up and around 15. So need to get above 34 first. Maybe it'll pop and hit 15 right away. But like anything else, that monthly 34 is a pretty heavy resistance line. So 10 is the target first, and then we'll see what happens. Let's see what else is going on here. Keeping to the big ones. That's all I got. There's a whole bunch. They're all doing the same thing. USLV, let's take a look at that. Silver. Nice. Look at the weekly. That's a nice bounce. Double bottom. It's going to break previous highs at, what is that, 28? 28, previous high break. Breaking over the 34 as well. Where's it going to go? Previous is at 40. Previous lows at 40. Wow. I know some guys with the options on that thing. That's a nice one. NGD moved up 10% today. You can see the flat top break over in and around 5 on a weekly chart. You can see the break above 34 back, and then now it's moving. Look for a break of 5 on NGD. It's an easy play. And these things are going to run. Let's look at CDE. CDE is a fan favorite, obviously, back in the day. AUI and CDE and some other ones. But you can see the move from 2 all the way to 15. It's like crazy. Previous lows coming up at 15, so be careful on CDE. But once it breaks that, you're in another range and can go all the way to 30. And, wow. Look for previous lows, resistance. If it can close above 15 for a considerable amount of time, buy into support, buy the dips, ride it to 30. Shoot, this thing's, CDE is a monster. I mean, look at that. 50 is a long-term break. Even up higher. Jeez. 50 to 100. 50 will get you 100. That's awesome. Let's look at Nugget. Nugget had a nice bounce on the weekly. You can see the stair step on this thing. And then a bounce right across. Extended itself all the way across the 8. The thing is, it didn't close below the 8 on a weekly chart. So it broke into previous highs and bounced. And now we're above the EMA 8. Back in bullish mode. Jeez. This thing's a monster. Yeah, previous lows. It needs to break this meeting line. And then that's pretty much the previous lows as well. So look at 250 at previous lows. Once it breaks this meeting line, then you're going with a whole new trend or a whole new range. So 200 to get you 600 once you break in. Wow. It's not going to happen overnight, but psh, that's crazy. Oh. Hope you guys are making some money. AXU, what's a lower? It's already across the 34. Who knows how long it's going to run. We got previous highs here. So look at there, AXU is into resistance. I know we should look at let's look at GSS. I know that kind of whipped sawed right across the one. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, so watch a bounce on GSS. Hopefully, I forget your name. Hopefully you saw that a previous high break broke back in under one, and that was probably your signal. But I know you were writing it all the way back from over here. So what it did is broke out, came all the way back into support, and right now you're bouncing. You can see on an 8-hour chart a flat top break. I'm just going to, I love this program because on my intraday charts I can set alerts. I'm going to set my alert at 82. I'm going to ask my alert to go off when the asking price, not necessarily the price, but the asking price jumps over that trend line. Save that. Boom. Got my alert set. Nice. So then on a 60-minute chart, you can see the 82 is just over that 34. So it's key to get over that 34, consolidate, and hopefully break over here where the gap is. So you got resistance at 91 or so. And if you break into the gap, you got resistance at 1 again. So perfect time to buy is into support. Hopefully you got out and you are ready to buy back in. And one thing I was explaining to someone earlier is back in the day I used to have friends that traded, and they only traded like 1 or 2 stocks. They wouldn't look at anything else. They would just know everything about those 2 stocks, the trading action, the price action, and they would make shit tons of money. So don't ever think that you're missing out on something. Just stick to what you know. Buy into support, sell into resistance, use that price action, use that EMA 8, long-term 34, break above 34, buy back into support. Just keep it simple. I mean, I got a few hundred mining stocks in here, and most of them are just crap. So, let's see if there's anything else worth mentioning. I don't think so. Oh, TGD. Similar to the GSS we just looked at, it broke out. This is the one I was mentioning the other day. I bought this. I bought the break and it came all the way back, and it sucked. So I was up, and the next day I was below. But needless to say, I bought it back I sold it right where I bought it. So I got out, reevaluate. But you can see that bullish right over that top trend, the 1-2 punch. Right now I don't have anything going on, so I'm going to wait until it breaks previous highs or all-time highs. Not all-time highs, but next to previous highs. If I bought here, I use that as my support, and then I have resistance to break through. If I buy here, it goes up, 58's my support. And then if it falls back below that, I know that maybe my trade wasn't the right decision, and I'm out. But look for those whipsaws, those head fakes, those 1-2 punches. 1-2 punch. Let's see, we got a couple more days on the week here, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty volatile. Volatility is a trader's wet dream. Let's see. I'll stay away from the small ones. That's pretty much it. There's a whole bunch. I mean, you guys know them. EXK, we did that one. EGO, let's take a quick gander. I haven't looked at this in a while. EGO, I'm waiting for that 34 to crack. 5 o'clock high again. And we got a reversal bar so far for the week. Looks like it's a lagger. Everything else popped today, and this one just kind of recovered. So look to get on EGO, look to get above the weekly EMA. And look for that 5 o'clock high. It looks like at 5:20. Could be a nice break over the 34 on a monthly chart. Looks like I got resistance stuck at 10 previous lows. We do have a bump and run here at previous highs, previous low here, and we got previous lows here too. But 6, if it breaks 5, I think 6 will break right through, and ultimately 10 o'clock. So a double on EGO if it breaks at 34. And that's it. That's all I got. I'm sure you guys have more. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Please share, comment, and let me know what's going on out there. Nice day. Hopefully we can close the week out strong. Closing on our highs so that the next month we can just hit the ball running. Wow. 1475 gold target. Let's see if we can hit that next month. That'd be awesome. I'll see you guys.